Hello and welcome to this video. My name is David Thorne. In this video I'm going to be showing you all about how to align text on the X and the Y, or the horizontal and vertical axes, using display flex. Now this is super easy thing to do, and it sometimes can get a little bit confusing, but once you've got a couple of things in your head about which direction goes with what, it's super easy. So as we can see here, we've got this nice box with this background image, and we've got this hello world text. And as you'll see in a second, it's nothing more than a heading with some padding in it. We want to be able to move it into different positions on this one box, this outer box. So on the top left, on the top right, the bottom right, bottom left, center left, center right, center top, center bottom. And how can you do that? Just by using display flex, or in flex direction. Well, let's just have a look, shall we? But before we get started, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and definitely the like button, because it only helps other people to find these videos, and it is super helpful for me too, all right, to indicate whether you did or didn't like this one video. But that's enough of the promotion. Let's get straight into the video. As you can see here, we've got an H1 here which says the text, div class of wrapper, and then the hello world in the middle. And inside the styling, in the style sheet, we've got a background image and so on, but this is not really the key part of the video, all right? It's this display flex direction, justify content, align items. This is the important part. Now if we just dump this completely, or we'll just remove it completely, and let's have another refresh and see what we've got. You can see we've got this hello world with some padding, and if we just remove the padding outright as well on this, you'll see where our image is now, all right? And the text at the moment is being aligned to the left on the H3. Well, that's standard anyway. So let's just say text align right, just to show you that we can move the text anyway with the H1. And this has absolutely nothing to do with any other thing here, all right? So we can just search here to see align. And you can see, okay, we're align item center in here, but otherwise we don't have any text alignment. It's the only thing that's aligning the text right now. So this is one way that you can align the text left, center, and right, okay, horizontally. But vertically aligned text is very difficult without using position absolute and a little bit of a hack. So display flex or Flexbox is the way to really solve this super easy. So let's just remove this text align because we just don't need it, all right? So if we want this text now to sit on the bottom here and on the left as well without hacking anything, what we've got to do is we're going to come inside of our wrapper, the outer container. So the H3's parent element is this class wrapper, and so we have to set all the stuff in here, and we use display flex, all right? And you might have seen before that you can say display block or inline block. You can also say inline flex and so on, but in this scenario we just want display flex, right? And the next thing that we want to really concentrate on is the flex direction. What axis is it going to be aligned upon? What axis are we talking about? And we can see, as you can see here, let's just focus on the two. We've got column and row. Now the column is obviously the Y axis, the top down, the vertical axis, and row is then the horizontal from left to right, or the X axis. Now in this scenario we're just going to use column, so we're going to say that all of the content sits on top of each other and goes vertically from top to bottom, all right? Now if we were going to say row, then the content should start from left and then go to the right hand side, okay? Now there's two key important properties that we have to look at. And the first one is justify content. And this is the way that I want you to remember this, is that this is the Y axis, right? Because column is the Y axis. Now, if this was row, then justify content would be the X axis. So it's always directly linked to what this flex direction is. So justify content is talking about how can I align whatever flex direction it is, all right? And so in this scenario, because we said we wanted to have it column, we wanted to say that we wanted the text to be on the left hand side and in the center. So because this is Y with vertical, we want it in the center. So we're going to have to say center, all right? And this is then center. And we're going to go over the other properties during this video. Now, the next important property that we're going to need to be able to do is align items. Now, this is doing literally the opposite of what justify content does, all right? So in this scenario, column is then vertical. So align items is going to be horizontal. And if flex direction is horizontal, this is going to be vertical. So justify content is always aligning whatever direction the flex direction is going to go, and align items is doing the opposite of it, all right? So in this situation, we want to be at the beginning, right? Flex start. We're saying, hey, go at the beginning. There's flex end, there's center, and there's flex start. And as you can expect, there's on justify content, there's flex start, center, and flex end. So if we now want to justify this content, right, relative to flex column or flex direction column, and we want to put it to the bottom, we go to, remember, we're column, so we're going vertical. We want to align it to the bottom, and in this sense, we call it end, right? We don't call it bottom, we call it start, and we call it end. And now you can see that we can move it down to the bottom. So let's say that we want to now move it to the bottom right-hand corner, right? Remember, I'm going to repeat it again. We're on the vertical here, so we want to align it to the end of it. If we wanted the top, we'd align it to the start. So we don't want to say justify content end, which we have already done, super duper. Now we want to put it to the end of the other axis, which is the x-axis or the horizontal axis. So we now need to come to align items and say flex end. And now you can see it goes there. So now let's just change this to say that we've got flex direction row. Now we can see that it does exactly the same thing because flex direction row is now the main axis. So it means justify content is using this axis. So if we say flex start, you can see now it comes to the beginning because the x-axis or the row is now the primary axis that justify content is going to be working upon. And now align items, we say flex start is going to flick to the top again. And if we change align items to be center, you'll see that it comes to center. Remember, I'm going to repeat it again. Flex direction row is the x-axis. So it means that align items is going to be the y-axis, always the opposite, right? The opposite axis. And the axis that's perpendicular to the axis that you're going on, okay? So this is basically how you can do it. There's like literally 9 positions that you can position everything over here all the time, all right? So the rest is down to you how you use margin and also padding to move the stuff around. But you could obviously use then the different boxes inside of it to then center the stuff left and right. Nothing's saying that the content inside can't then use flex itself and then use flex itself and then use flex itself. You know, it's just this is at the highest level that we're talking about. So there are lots of different things that we can talk about with Flexbox and so on, but this is all I wanted to talk about in this video. Is about how you can move the text around that one box and basically position it in every single area that you want it to be. And like I said, I want to reiterate is that if you wanted to split this into 9 boxes, right? And then each box could then split into 9 boxes again. So you don't have to just align it once. You can align inside of an alignment but that means you start again with display flex, flex direction, and so on. Keep going till you get to the smallest child. So it is possible to align it in all different ways. My top tip is don't use position absolute for aligning text, all right? Because display flex that's exactly what it's there for. All right. With that said, I hope you've learned something in this one video. It's a super important tool to have in your toolbox when creating websites, because it's always important to be able to move stuff around. And this is a super introduction to basically using display flex. There's a whole bunch of other things that you could do, and I might make videos about it in the future. But for the time being, this is a really important tool. Okay, if you did like this content, please feel free to give it a like. It does do me a favor, but it does other people an even bigger favor because it helps the algorithm suggest those videos to other people looking for this one content. So if you found this content useful, then maybe someone else is going to find this content useful again. Now, at the moment, I mean, it's the 19th of February 2024. I'm literally making content every single day, or I'm making lots of content so it can be published every single day for people that are looking to enhance their knowledge about creating websites, using HTML, CSS. Yeah, because there's lots of little components that people can learn how to do, and I think it's quite important in today's society to be able to understand how to do this. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next up and coming video. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.